So I had the audacity to say that Drake working with who was those people?
B. Dot and Elliot?
No,
At the
I
interview?
mean it came from the interview, but then working with the who's Conway and all them. What's that group called? Yeah, what's it?
Griselda?
Yeah. Someone posted on Facebook because they asked Drake if he would collaborate with them. He goes, "Yeah, hell yeah." He's like, "I like that."
yeah.
And someone was like, "He's being." Someone was like, "He's being an opportunist." I was like,
I mean, he is, but why wouldn't he work with them?
Well, the thing is, I don't know how you can say that someone's being an opportunist when he's the biggest artist in the world. He doesn't gain anything.
I mean, it's the history, right? Like the whole the island beats and like the Afro beats.
But he's
and the
also
grime.
put people back on them.
Oh yeah, I mean it's cyclical, right? But I
So
mean,
they
there's
say.
a little bit of biting. To act like fake love, or no, Hotline Bling wasn't Cha Cha.
Oh, now that, yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Box.
Shout out to Dram. He's a good guy. So we're here.
All right, we're here in my house.
Yes.
We met First Avenue,
Yes.
2011. Big Sean concert.
I thought it was 2010. I thought it was my junior year of high school. Either or. Big Sean concert.
Big Sean concert. What's changed between then and now with you and how you write and how you create?
A lot. Damn.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It has been a while. A lot. It's weird. I used to, my style of writing has changed over the time. I used to go to the hookah bar every single day and write. Now it's been weird because all I do is literally go to the studio and write now. I haven't went to the hookah bar and
You forgetting about my people, dude?
Man,
You're not supporting the local Middle Eastern community, and honestly, I'm flabbergasted.
Well, you tell the community or the owner, for that matter, to stop hiking up hookah prices at $21 a head,
Bro.
Because that's what really stopped. That's what really stopped.
So
That's what really
financially
stopped the writing.
responsible?
That's what really stopped the writing. I was like, oh, $20 every single time, and you go there 4 times a day, or I mean a week. It gets rough. But
You play Rock the Garden. You can afford it.
a little some. But no, I mean, I think a lot has changed, man. We've came up a good bit, man.
Yeah, it's been cool. Remember the first time you came over to my dad's house?
I don't.
You came over. I played just some poverty beat so bad, and you
Uh-huh.
freestyled for 9 minutes. You remember that?
I don't.
It was up in my childhood bedroom. I had my laptop going, and you were just doing like your
I do remember that.
Yeah.
I do remember that,
Man.
actually. It's been a lot. Man, it's been a long time.
So from then to now, the scene, I don't want to say just the Minneapolis hip hop scene, just the music scene at large has evolved so much.
Yeah.
As a contributing member of it, what have you seen change? Or is there anything that impactful that stands out?
I think back then it was like a certain way of going about it to being noticed.
What you mean?
As far as just
I'm gonna light
like
some candles.
go light some candles,
Come on
Playboy. Go ahead. Make sure the scenery's great in these streets right here.
Thank you.
I like it. Yeah.
In Fridley.
With the wine, you're doing
Come
big
on.
things.
homeowner
So I think people were stuck on this way of like you have to rap this way in order to be known. I think now the scene has changed to the point where anybody's just rapping however they want to.
What you mean, like the rhyme sayers way?
Yeah.
Kind of like bluesy boom bap?
And now it's just like it's coming of like anybody can rap and be able to be noticed, which I think is super dope. And I think it's great. I think both lanes is great, both sides are great. But now I think it's just more freedom of just being like you can express however you want to without having the scene be like, oh well, I don't really. I think it's more of an opportunity for a lot of more other people than how it was back then. But you know, if you talk to other people, some others wouldn't agree with that. But I don't know.
Who's your favorite right now? We never talked about this because we're always talking about
Us?
you and like the rotation.
Yeah.
Who is like your favorite non-rotation rapper? Sorry, Novi. Sorry, Devin.
Devin is my favorite local artist.
It's crazy because I feel like Devin slept on because he's got just like the technique and he's hilarious.
Devin,
He's just sharp.
that's my guy.
We got like just due to proximity. That's so biased. That's so biased.
Favorite local. Man.
You can list them off. There's so many. Like I love Drelly. That new song with Party People's is fire.
Drelly's fire. Shout out to Drelly. Drelly, Nerdy's pretty fire. Student One. Nucky's cold. Them boys Yam House. I actually like their music, and I'm not just saying that just to say that. Like I actually listen to their music, and they know that too. There's a ton of people around here that's I like a lot, and that's making their own way. Like Wycleif's new album is pretty fire too. I heard that, and you know they're making their way and they're making their lane, and it's super dope to see. You know,
it is cool. I feel like the scene's really healthy. Both, I'm all hip hop and alternative.
Great.
It's just so fun to see. It's just so healthy, and the growth is just incredible. I always feel like ever since like the Standards album, I think that really blew like the roof off of what's possible.
True.
As far as like even like collaboration and I feel like what was that like 2016? No, I was in college. Like we were in college, 2014.
Right.
Something like that, and it just kind of blew the lid off of what's possible.
There's a lot of people that's doing big things too. Simon, Dua, is that how you pronounce it?
Dua Soleil?
Dua, yeah, that's her name.
fire.
Yep, Dua. Drelly's doing good things out here. Who else is doing like big things?
I mean, you released 2 of the best albums of 2019. I know I'm very biased, but I say that I'm gonna separate myself because I was telling Allie this. Shout out to Allie. I was never able to listen to your music as an honest fan because not only are we best friends, we've also collaborated on many songs, and being a media professional, I'm never able just to listen to it and enjoy it.
Right.
In the last 2 albums, you broke through my lens, where I was I'm not listening to my friend rap. I'm listening to one of my favorite rappers. And you see it was a different change with A-OK and Weird Captions.
Yeah.
What happened?
Man, I think, we've always had conversations like this, personally, like privately, and I'm getting better. That's just what it is. I mean, I honestly, when it comes down to it, I'm getting better as far as being a better songwriter. And you know, me and you used to all the time be like, well, the performance is there, but how do we get the music there? And I feel like, honestly, the music is starting to come along to the point where it's just like, you can be like, damn, okay, I'm not listening to my friend rap, I'm listening to an artist, Dwynell Roland, who so happened to be my friend. But
it's probably because I produced a lot of your singles and I made bad beats.
Shut up. That's nowhere near true. It's not the truth.
No, Sasha
not the
sucked.
truth.
That was a terrible song.
No, Sasha was great.
No, it wasn't.
I like great. That
was really bad. The drums were obnoxious.
I like
but
Sasha's.
whatever.
But no, I mean, I think that's what it is, man. I think I'm starting to find myself as an artist, and I've always known that I can be versatile when making music, but it's just really figuring out how to dial that in.
Yeah.
I think this is the best thing right now. It's just that I'm now finding myself and dialing the artist in me. So when you get the A-OK, I think that was just like a really good point to be like, okay, this is you're getting somewhere.
Yeah.
And then Weird Captions is a more of a personal lens, per se, of just what I was going through last year, and
Which was
2018.
what were the things?
Oh, what was the?
Because I have my thoughts, but what we texted about, I'm not going to disclose that because that's not personally or professionally dope. In the album, there's themes of heartbreak, there's insecurity, there's anxiety, and It's not too unlike. I think it's something we all go through in our mid-20s.
Yeah.
What do you think is the most prominent theme of Weird Captions on all DSPs right now? Go
Weird
listen
Captions.
to it.
DSPs, all of them.
So Weird Captions. So these things are happening, and you've been known as like the City Page's most relatable rapper. The turned up performances. What made you go that thoughtful route in expressing how you feel? Because you can make a turned up record that talks about real things.
Right. I think I wanted to hit where I was actually feeling. You know, I didn't want to just disguise it with just turned up beats and being like, all right, bro, this is a banger, but I still feel like I suck right now.
Well, is that disguising it? Because XO Tour Life is a pretty.
I mean,
it's turned up, but still real.
yeah, but I think with this one, I think I just wanted people to know how personal it was. I think when you hear it, I think you hear how personal it is, and I was hoping that someone can relate to it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. It's just like I was going through, like I said, you said the heartbreak and anxiety of trying to figure out like, what am I doing? How am I going to get somewhere? Or what's next is for me as an artist. Like, is this working out? Or as far as the relationship thing, I was dealing with that, and I was just like, that was messing with me a little bit, and trying to figure out if I was being a good person or boyfriend, and how can I improve myself, even though that was slipping away. And it was just like, okay, then that's done. How can I learn from this? And that's why I wanted to make music for that album like that, because I just knew that's how I felt at the time. And I know that if I were to not portray, but if I were to say this, I can only hope that someone can capture the realness in that and being like, oh, damn. Because, I mean, if you look at it, this album is nothing like any other album I've made. Like, I may come here and there with some deep stuff, but that whole Weird Captions is front to back, just like, boom.
I get it. And also, Travis makes those beats that, like, they sound like anxiety in the best way, right? Like, with the drums are always crazy. The chops are irregular and kind of jarring at times.
Right.
And so perhaps those beats really put you in your bag as far as talking about those, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
besides the rotation connection, it really puts you in the right space to talk about those topics.
Right. And the thing with Travis is Travis does a lot of dark beats too, so it's easier.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because Travis was going through a situation as well. During the same time I was.
It's the perfect storm.
Yeah. So it was just like, we would go there, we'll talk about what happened with you. And tell me what happened with him.
There's two guys getting sat in a basement.
Pretty much. Two dudes get sat in the basement making music. And it just so happened that we made this album, and it was just talking about real life stuff. And I think for the music to come, I don't know. I think it shows progression.
Yeah.
I think
undoubtedly, yeah.
For this, even though this was totally different than what I usually make, and I think you told me, it was you who told me this, and I remember you telling me.
This the Mac Miller thing?
Nope. No. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. And you were telling me how, pretty much saying that this album probably could be the most slept on album that you've released.
Yeah.
But I feel like it will resonate more with people, or they'll come back to it later and be like, dude, he was talking some real shit.
I stand by that.
And thank you. And it put that in perspective for me, because I was just like, because at first I was like, man, I don't know if you want to hear this sad shit. You know what I mean? This is, you can only get so much sadness that you want to listen to.
Yeah.
And that text actually helped me a lot, like truly, because it made me really realize, like, all right, this ain't gonna blow me up. This isn't gonna be like one of those where everyone's like, yeah. But for those, forever it hits for, it'll hit hard for them.
Is it about blowing up? I feel like it's more about relating, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, For sure. I mean, it's not about blowing up, but you know, it's one of the things where it's just like, this is the one that's gonna take him to the, you know.
Do you think people are too preoccupied with that?
I don't know. In this day and age, I don't think you can be. I don't think there's a successful way, as far as music goes, I don't think there's a successful way to blow up or a strategy or a formula to blow up. I think you just make the music and it just goes. But
well, that speaks to authenticity. I'm just so sick of like the whole, like this is the one I'm about to, like this is, good music is good music, you know?
That's what I'm saying, but you never know. I mean, how many songs have me and you disagreed on and then someone else requested it to play it live, and me and you are just like, what? You know, music hits different for people. So that's why I was saying, it's just you can never you as much as people feel like this is the one, this is this next song, you really never know until it comes out. You know, and I think it's tons and tons of artists that's like, yeah, dude, I didn't know that was gonna do that.
Yeah. Well, going back to Yam House, Minneapolis is Maroon 5. Who would have thought Minneapolis, which is a great compliment, if Maroon 5 made songs about Jane all over again.
Okay.
But like the good album. And like who would have thought like this gritty scene that you know that birthed Prince and Atmosphere and Doomtree, really just gritty music comes from here. Except for like Closing Time by Semisonic. But then like, you know, Yam House is the one that resonates. It's just good music is good music.
And and that's what I'm saying. You can never tell. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to think, for example, of a track of mine that I was just like, really? Like,
I got one, Gunfight. I didn't think that would translate at all, but it always goes off at live shows.
Yeah.
Still don't like that song.
He still does not like that song. Jordan doesn't like that song. It's so funny. One of the homies told me a song that he doesn't like. He goes, it was Fame. Fame comes up to me and he goes, man, I ain't gonna lie. I hate Control It.
That's the single. That's that single.
I started dying laughing. I mean, I think it's hilarious.
Bad opinion.
I mean, I don't know. Hey, it's an opinion. It's fun to me because how I look at it is like whether you like my music, whether you like it or you don't like it, you checked it out. Yeah. That's it. That's all I can do. Once you check it out and once you like it, then you like it. If you don't like it, thanks for checking it out. I can't get mad at someone, you know what I mean? And when he told me that, I thought it was great. I looked at him, I laughed. I said, that's great.
Okay, so we talk about your friendliness and you're just kind of a magnetic person. Are you sick of that? Because personally, people say that, oh, you're friendly. That's why you've gotten these looks. You're friends with POF. That's why you went on tour with him, and you're nice. And do you feel like your hunger as a late teen and your ability to make friends and network is kind of like an easy punching bag to critique you?
You wanna know the funny thing about that is?
What?
A lot of the same people who says that also are friends with AOS and also are friends with the same people that I'm friends with. So it really comes down to like, no, that's not why I'm here. And like, I used to get sick of it for a little bit because I mean, that's what people, oh, well, you only got this because you're a good person. Like, dude, a lot of, you know the same people I know. So what's your story? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's your
Not to be
problem?
a contentious question. I'm personally sick of it, so I always want to know what you think of it.
No, I mean, it doesn't bother me like it used to. It used to bother me. It used to bother me. But it doesn't anymore because at the end of the day, I know what we did. Yeah. You know, and I know the behind the scenes of how we went about things and how we're doing it and still continuing to do it. So no one can tell me that. And as long as I know that, I know that just because I was nice didn't
good business?
pay my way to get into where I am now. Now, it may have helped, and has it helped? Oh, I'm not gonna lie and be like, oh no. No, I'm
I
sure.
did it all by myself.
Yeah. No, I'm sure. I'm sure. Me being a nice fucking human being.
Damn, I didn't know you were swearing like that.
Sorry. Me being a
Oh
nice
my
human
lord, Zeke, are you kidding me?
me being a nice human being, definitely helped a little bit. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's all about work and grind and how much you really want to, how much you want something.
Yeah.
And I try my best to grind hard and work for it. And that's why we're at the point. But what about you, man? Hold on, I'm gonna flip this question to you, man. How you feel about it?
About you?
About the people who saying the friendliness
About you or about me?
about you? Cause you say you get tired of it too, so I'm just asking
Oh,
you.
I'm tired about it in terms of you.
Oh, then never mind.
Yeah. But hey, this house is paid for from wedding DJ money and radio, so I'm doing all right.
Big status.
Thanks for asking.
Big status.
I'm doing all right.
But no, man. I mean, it doesn't really bother me. I find it funny because, like I said, people roll in the same circles that we do. So
Yeah.
And it's really not that hard to
Be nice.
to be nice, but it's really not that hard to network.
Do you think? I think that maybe part of that is social media. I feel like that's been it's been a blessing for music, whether it be nationally or locally. But it's also a detriment because it's all about like clout and flexing. I hate the word clout. It's stupid. When people want to do things to, show off, and I think being standoffish resonates because it's a very polarizing thing. So people either love, I love the flex, or that's gross, and it makes you feel some sort. It's kind of like a surface level thing. I always think about I equate it to Star Wars. I know that's like the poppin' thing right now. I'm playing Jedi Fallen Order in stores now, and it's like
This guy.
well, you think about this, like, the Sith is like all about like human easy pleasures, right? And then the Jedi are all about like the patience and like the more like happiness and peace, right? So it's like
I've never watched a Star Wars movie in my entire
you're
life.
missing out. I'll get you all caught up.
All
in
right,
canon.
thank you.
But I always equate to that like they're both valid trains of thought.
Uh-huh.
But it's all a matter of what do you prefer and what's like sustainable to you. And no, I don't like the abrasiveness of the flex or the standoffishness. But maybe I'm playing into the polarization. Like, oh, I don't like that, therefore I'm gonna go out of my way to. You look at something just to hate it. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, it works for others. I try not to. I don't know. I'm pretty. I release what I need to release, and I go back. Like that. That's it. I don't try to overdo it or over flex. Even though some people think I made.
You have to show what you did.
But no, I mean, and that's all that is when it comes to that stuff.
We don't take objection to that. If you played a great show, show us the video. We want to see it. We want to see it.
That's all I try to do. But I mean, I do get the whole doing way too much.
Yeah.
Like, what's it? Who was that dumb motherfucker who was trying to do a good deed, but through 50K?
Oh, Blueface.
Yeah. Blueface through 50K. And on Skid Row, trying to do a good deed on Christmas.
Yeah.
But it's just like, bro.
It's stuff like that.
That's
the
whack.
worst.
That's flexing.
I think, and perhaps that's what we needed to know that. Hey, that's maybe too much.
That was terrible. That's terrible. See,
terrible.
people like that, when you do that type of flexing, you're just a trash ass person. I mean, that's just what it is. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
You're on top of a car, Skid Row, where the poorest of the poor is usually at the bottom of the bottom.
It's
as
dehumanizing.
far as that, which it sucks for them people, and I hope that they can turn their lives around in whatever way. But for you to go up on top of a car and throw 50K and make people run around like they're like kids, rats picking up stuff. I mean, that's not a good way. That's just flexing and trying to cover up by doing something good. It's like, no, bro, that's not it. Don't do that. That's terrible. I don't like
Like people doing a nice thing for a homeless person and recording it.
Yeah, that's trash too. Don't do that either.
But do you
That's
think we as
terrible.
society need to see that so we know like we can all agree that that's bad? Because that's been pretty unanimous. That's weak. Like even regardless of intent, like that, like people don't like the Blueface. They don't like when you're giving to a homeless person, you get your phone out.
I wouldn't do it. I don't think. I don't like doing stuff like that, but I can see if someone may need to. I don't know if they may want to from others to make themselves feel better. It could be a
it's still a
personal.
problem.
I mean, it's definitely a problem. But I don't know. I mean, can those videos show that you need to help others too? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if someone looked at a video and was like, dang, as much as that looks bad, as far as that, probably like, dang, I should probably do a little bit more help. I mean, I'm sure a video of someone giving back to a homeless person has inspired someone to do something else to, probably not recorded or not. Yeah. So it could be a domino effect of it. I don't see, the only harm that I see is if you give someone, like the game did, and the game gave someone, I think it was the game, don't quote me on this, but I think, let's just say a rapper. A rapper gave someone a lot of money, a homeless man a lot of money, recorded it, and then it just, like 2 weeks later, that homeless man was saying how he was pretty much running for his, not running for his life, but he was just trying to get out of the way from other homeless people because they saw or they heard that he got all this money. So he was getting jumped and all that stuff, and it's just like, yeah, you did a good deed, but you also did the domino effect of feeling, you know what I mean? So, I don't know, man. I like I said, I personally wouldn't do it. I'm whatever with people who do it, but if I'll put it like this. You did a good deed no matter whether the camera is on or off. Even though it may look bad, you still technically did a good deed. So I wouldn't do it though.
Of course.
That's not something I don't want to flex to make it look like I'm doing something good and having to show that so other people can feel better about me.
A lot of your music talks about being inside your head.
Yes.
It's all about your perspective. Do you think that you'll move into more like societal topics or political topics or like, for lack of a better word, real rap topics? Even though that term is, like not the most accurate.
I feel I talk about real rap topics, but I doubt I'll go into politics. I don't like, that's a dangerous, because no matter what, I don't like doing stuff like that unless if it's someone like Trump. I've said some Trump lines here and there, but like when it comes down to really like, because anything can switch up. You know what I mean? Someone can do, like, no matter what, that song will still stick. Like,
what you mean?
So, like, I can say something about a politician for, and something changed. Let's say that politician done did something. But that song
like
is
Miller
still
and
out.
Donald Trump. Like,
you know what I'm saying? I really don't like diving into, I doubt that you'll hear a full politician song from me.
I'm not saying make a Bernie anthem. I'm
not even anthems. Just either like just talking down. I don't know. I think it'll be hard for me to do like just to talk about politics in general in music. For me, I think.
Rappers lie like Republicans or Democrats. Whatever you feel on, take it back.
I did say that. Hey, it's definitely true, but. I'll say a little.
I boxed you.
I'll say a little, like, what's the Salt Bae? I sprinkle a little bit of stuff in there, but I would never ever talk about a whole fucking.
Why not?
I'll never.
Because it's divisive? Well, that's necessary.
I don't think I would do it just because I just don't want to get into that space.
Do you not feel armed? Or do you think it's too nuanced to talk about?
No, because it works for people. Like, so I can't say, I just think that I'm in a position where I just don't really want to touch with that. Like, you get some little bit of sprinkles, a little salt, but I just don't think it's something that I would want to do because I just don't want to be involved in that space. Once you're involved, it's just like, once you're involved in that space, and we've all seen Facebook posts, you know what I'm saying, where politics
trying to, like, woke Olympics.
Yeah, bro, you can't. People are gonna think however they want to think. You know what I mean? And the last thing I need is someone coming up to me and be like, "But you said this in this song, man. If you don't get the fuck out of my goddamn face." like what?
Do you think it's a responsibility as an art? I feel this is a media personality sometimes. I get it that you might turn off half your audience, but I mean, perhaps this is us being young in our 20s, but there's a definitive right or wrong.
Yes.
So shouldn't we speak for the right?
Yes. I mean, which I do.
Yeah.
And I've said stuff like even the surveillance.
What do you mean the surveillance?
Surveillance, the track surveillance on we're Captions.
Oh my bad. I thought about like the surveillance state, like 1984. I was like, what, we're going there?
No. I've touched on
Yeah.
a little bit of that. I think it's best to talk about that.
Okay.
If you're knowledgeable to talk about it. You know, if you know what you're talking. I think some people just throw things out there but have no knowledge of what the hell they're talking about.
Or they're doing
until it hits their front door, and then they have to answer questions, and they don't want to answer questions. Or they're doing it just so they can be a part of a scene because everyone else is going along with this. I don't like that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? As far as just like, well, I see everyone else backing this, I should back this too.
Yeah.
And I see there's a lot of people who do that.
So you don't like just following the crowd based off this is what you're supposed to believe? I don't quite understand that.
Well, what I'm saying is, like, I feel like some people do things because it's what is good. So it makes them good instead of actually knowing the topic of what they're trying to address.
Okay.
So they're just going based off of the popular opinion of something, whether or not knowing the actual opinion. And I've never been like that. I've always thought to myself, but if it's wrong,
that's what the feed's for.
you
You talk about that stuff all the time.
Yeah.
You're not afraid to get political on Twitter or societal on Twitter.
No.
So it's just not for your music. You'd rather process your emotions rather than process topics, maybe?
Kinda. Yeah. I like those things I stay to myself unless if you piss me off enough and I go on Facebook, you know, type a little something, then that's it.
You're
and
a
I leave it
keyboard
alone.
warrior. Oh no.
No, the hell I am not. Please do not think that.
If the inspiration or the thing hit you right, you would write about it.
Yeah. And that's another thing too. I don't like forcing songs, and I think you've know that if I don't like something.
Man, there's some heat in my inbox I'm so mad about.
Bro, you have like every song from like
I do.
2010, 2011.
There's a song you made with POS and yourself that I produced, and I'm so mad you guys haven't released it.
Bus Driver's on that too.
Please release it. Please re-record it and release it. For my sake.
I totally forgot about this.
It's really good!
Bus Driver is actually on that song. Totally forgot about that. Wow. Yeah.
What's that face for?
Cause I totally forgot about that. I forgot I had a song with POS. Well, I have a few songs with POS, but with Bus Driver too. I may get it. I don't know. Let me check back to it. Let me see what's up.
You move on too quick. What's
Maybe.
next? Because I know we talked about it. There's talks of numerous projects. But
Yeah.
I want to hear you on camera say what's next. Because this is like public disclosure.
Well, some of these things aren't like confirmed, so I don't want to.
Or I guess what do you want to do?
I'll put it like this. I have some EPs coming out with some producers. That's gonna be fire, okay? Now these producers you may know. You do know. So that is coming. 2 of them are from here. Another one may be from Texas. Shout out to my guy. What else? Have a big show that's coming up pretty soon. It'll announce pretty soon. And I'm gonna need you to go get tickets, cause we know the last one did what the last one did, but we talking about this one.
There's 3 tickets left.
This hater of the year. This one. Jordan has this inside joke that I'm not even gonna tell the inside joke.
There's First Avenue was not sold out in advance. There was 3 tickets left at the door. I watched them get sold. I saw it.
And how long did those tickets? So was that?
It was immediately when doors opened. But I don't even care about it because there's still 3 left.
Fucking hater. But
I'll wear it probably.
No, yeah. I got some EPs coming out, man. I got some shows coming. I got like a few shows, but this big one that's coming up is probably gonna be the biggest one in my career in March. I can say that, and you will know really, really soon when we announce it. Actually, really, really soon. I hope that you get these EPs. I'm working with some big people to a certain extent, you know what I mean? And just making moves and continuing to put out good music. Now that the personal music of Weird Captions is out, I did that. Now I can get back to the Dwynell Roland, Young Roland, and start to progress on top of the Weird Captions and build it up as a whole. You know what I mean? So it all meets. It's like, so just know, baby. Just know. We coming 2020. Dwynell Roland.
It sounds like a Twitter. Like, I'm
Y'all
2020
rolling.
big things. 2020 is my year.
I didn't say that. I didn't say it's my year. But I will say, it's going to be my week.
I'm content. I gotta watch The Mandalorian.
Good God. Young Roland, baby.
My God.
Shout out to Fulton. If you want a koozie, Fulton has them. I have them. And, you can spin it. Spin it like this. He's trying to look for his cat.
Okay.
It's a door open?
Nah, he's gone. I don't know where he's at.
Oh, shit.
It's tragic.